All right, what's going on, everybody? You caught me right there trying to put my Coke down right there. So, welcome to the live well this Thursday night here at Fish, North Georgia. Hope you guys have had a hell of a day, and we are so glad that you guys are watching this. Of course, if you're watching at a later date, we love you too. We love you too. We got a fantastic show. We got a first-time guest on the show tonight. Another one of these young hammers out there that you guys know I love interviewing. So just make sure you stay around for that. Of course, we got Father Time and Tim. Finally, let me hit Tim. I had you muted, dude, because you was talking to your wife. Hold on. He's over there yapping with the wife.
She brought me dinner.
There you go. So now we got Tim. Tim's got his dinner. Everything's good and all that. Let me take care of a couple pieces of business first for you guys. Number one, I want to remind you guys that August 1st on Lake Lanier, we have the Fishers of Hope tournament. We're benefiting John Wilson. You guys know the situation right there and all that. We're going to shower him with some more love. It's a $100 entry fee, 50-50 payout, 3 fish limit, no dead fish. Ice is mandatory. So, hey, listen, go ahead and pre-register for that. Tony Watkins with Fishers of Hope, 706-897-7557, and Ryan Sheffield, 706-429-2010. Lunch is going to be provided. I don't know what they're going to feed us, but all I know is Miss K always has my coffee and my creamer and like that, so I'm looking forward to it. And real quick, I want to tell you guys, you got a little more time left. Spro's got their summer sale going on. It's going to run through July 6th. They got a lot of stuff on their website that's on sale. You might as well stock up right now. Go to spro.com. All right. And load up on that stuff. Spro's got good stuff, but that ends July 6th. So just want to make sure I let you guys know about that. So let me go ahead and introduce our esteemed guest tonight. All right. Young gun from the state of Florida, fishing the Bassmaster Opens right now and doing quite well. We'll talk about that. Mr. Bryson Osteen, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me. I love watching the show.
Well, I listen, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We try to bring good guys like you to bring some class to the show, some knowledge and everything. But I appreciate you joining us. We're going to pick your brain, do all the things that I told you before the show started. But for those that don't know you, and you should, you better go ahead and give us just a little bit of who is Bryson for the people out there today.
Yeah, so my name is Bryson Osteen, 24 years old, live here in North Florida, and I'm just a young angler chasing a dream, trying to get to the Bassmaster Elite Series. I've been fishing ever since I was like 4 years old, started fishing tournaments when I was 8, and I just have caught the bug and I just love it. I go as much as I can. I mean, I just love competing in bass tournaments and just catching fish in general. So I'm fishing the Opens now with some of my buddies, so we having a good time.
Yeah, I like it. Now, before you hopped on, we were all like, "How old is he? How old is he?" We guessed mid-20s, right, Tim? Ain't that what you said? Mid-20s,
Yeah, I
like
figured
that.
mid-20s.
Yeah, and I knew Kevin would like this kid because, of course, Kevin is from Florida, and they've already had a couple of questions, and I'm sure we're going to touch on his Florida experience and all that. So currently, though, just for those that don't know, he rooms with some of our regulars that come on here: Brooks Anderson, Dylan Akins, and of course Chase Carey. Right? I got that right.
And Damien, DS.
Schlatka.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I forgot Schlatka. Oh my Lord, he's not going to let me hear it down. So, that's a hell of a crew right there, and good anglers though. Good
Oh
anglers.
man, they're all so good. And that's what's so great about our group. We all have a strength, and that's why we all room together. We all like Damien, he just an absolute smallmouth expert, like super informative and just knowledgeable, has a ton of experience. Chase and Dylan, excellent spotted bass fishermen, so is Brooks. And Brooks, he's got kind of a good shallow water background as well. So, and then I'm just more of a shallow guy. So we all bring something to the table, and I thought that's why we all do good.
Yeah, I like it. You consider yourself a power guy?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well we're gonna pick your brain on that. Colton, real quick, Colton wants to know when is Hayden Seabolt getting back on the show. I'll reach out to Hayden. I'll see. I'll get him back on. He's always busy fishing tournaments somewhere, so it's hard to
Yeah, if you follow his media, I mean, he's fishing every day.
Yeah, for sure, like that. What's up, Jeff Brazil, Eddie Hudson, Coleman, and Doc? Appreciate you guys there, and I know other guys will be hopping on as we get going. Okay, so you kind of gave us the background a little bit. You've been fishing since you were 4, but you cut your teeth in Florida.
Yes, sir.
Fair to say. So you and Kevin kind of got this going. Tell us a little bit about how you have brought your Florida, I'm going to say expertise. I mean, you're fishing some high level stuff. How you've brought it to these other lakes that you fish on the Bassmaster Opens.
Absolutely. So, you know, most of the lakes we fish don't have that much grass, but the one thing about fishing Florida is I've had to learn how to fish shallow. So I always use that as much as I can when I go to these other lakes. Like the first thing I do, especially the first day of practice, I always try to find fish shallow no matter what, because if I feel like I can find them shallow, I feel like I can catch them pretty good. But you know, if I can find them shallow and then have like, you know, some scoping fish I can fall back on too, and then I have like a 1-2 punch, you know, so then I got shallow fish and scoping fish, then I can be pretty consistent that way, I feel like.
I got you. Now let me pull up. Let me pull up. You're gonna get these comments. A lot of them are gonna be directed at me tonight, so you're gonna have to excuse us. This is the way it rolls. Danny, what kind of diet are you on that you can eat bread? Like all you can eat diet right now. I got my wife brought me home a special jalapeno and cheese sourdough that was the best bread I've ever put in my life.
Oh,
And so,
wow.
oh, dude, no, listen. I mean, you'd fight over this. It was that good. It was amazing. So, um, but anyway, okay. You cut your teeth shallow. You're a power guy. You look shallow, but you got your scope and fish. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this question out of the way. How does it make you feel when you see all these old timers just bashing on you young kids saying all you can do is scope?
Well, so, you know, when we was up at Eufaula, I made a top 10 up there this year and I was scoping, but I was also catching them shallow. Just they didn't see that the final day, but a lot of shallow fish is what got me there in the comments from what Bassmaster posted. I mean, I got roasted because they was like, "Oh, take that box away from him. He won't catch nothing or anything like that." But I've grown up fishing shallow. I mean, there wasn't a live scope out till like people didn't really get good with it till I feel like around like that 2020
Hmm.
2021 time frame. So I still have like a ton of experience fishing shallow my whole life. So I don't like when they do that, but I mean I can also see why they do it too. So it don't really affect me none, so I don't pay no attention to it.
Well, I'm gonna ask you if you had your druthers, if the playing field was even, would you be okay fishing without it?
I would be okay fishing without it. Yeah, I mean I'm not for it, I'm not against it. It's just a tool now and
Hmm.
I'm gonna use whatever I can to have the best advantage I can. So it's part of the game,
Right.
so I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Kevin. What
Yeah.
do you think about this? He cut his teeth shallow.
Well, he's right. I mean, most of those lakes in Florida, 8, 9 feet is the
Hmm.
average depth, and they're full of grass, hydrilla, Kissimmee grass. And, you know, he's doing the right thing. And there's so many lakes that you can fish shallow that I think the scoping is taking them off the bank, left it wide
Yeah.
open for somebody that wants to fish shallow.
Yeah, I like it at that. All right, I got a question for you from Mr. Coleman, who had an 8-hour drive. It's okay, buddy. We missed you at lunch, but we're glad you're here tonight. Bryson, have you ever been to Toledo Bend? I'm going in September and I've never been.
Man, I've never been to Toledo. I've been to Sam Rayburn twice though. In September, I don't know. I think that's gonna be a pretty tough month up there to fish. You know, them fish has been beat on a lot from the summertime up there. So I've always heard that time of the year is super tough. But no, I've never been up there that time of the year.
Yeah, he asked the other night too. It's we'd like to see if we can pull a little of this, pull a little of that for all our viewers because they're all always going on, around. And for those of you, we talked a little bit of smallmouth fishing on the lunch break today. His next tournament is at St. Lawrence, so we're gonna hit into that as well. But I really want to before we get into that, because again, this is your introduction to the Fish North Georgia family. I really want to kind of get you know a feel for you and how you fish. So
Mhm.
we're saying power fishing. So what let's just say whatever lake it is. Give me a couple of techniques, couple of baits that's your go-to. You're going to start off with those to try to find fish.
Are we talking like a Florida lake or just any lake in general?
Well, let's start off with Florida. We'll start off with Florida.
So in Florida, especially this time of the year, you know, the first thing to look for, especially when I'm in tournaments, is mats. You know, hyson mats, hydrilla mats. That's my thing right there. If I can find that, that's where some absolute giant fish live at. You know, it provides shade, oxygen, and there's just a lot of bait that lives up underneath there. I mean, there's freshwater shrimp, minnows, shiners, brim. They all use that. So I love trying to find mats if possible. If there's not no mats, then I like to use my side scan and stuff like that a lot. Still fishing shallow though, you know, that 5 to 8 foot, trying to find little hard spots, bars mixed in with the grass, throw a Carolina rig out there. That's a great way to catch big ones and get right in a hurry. And then, you know, last but certainly not least, you know, I used to say just a chatterbait because you can't go wrong with that. You can catch them any way. But from my experience lately, I hate to say it, but the daggone Koike,
Oh,
that thing is
listen,
sure enough catch one. Like that's like one of my confidence baits now. It will
It
catch
is what
one.
it is. I
Yeah.
mean,
It just is what. If you ain't using it, you're throwing the wrong bait right now.
and
right.
and I was going to see how long we could go before the Koike got brought up. We made it. We made it 10 minutes tonight, boys. 10 minutes tonight.
All right, a record.
That's right. Hey, listen, you guys over there on TikTok, Mike and Wendy, Rice said good point. Hey, listen, if you got some questions or some comments for this young man, throw them out there. And my eyes are going back and forth, but I'll try to get your question out there as well. I like that, and we're gonna hit on that Koike some because I know guys they're gonna have questions.
Absolutely.
We're gonna ask how you rig it, all this kind of stuff in a second. And hell, let's just start right here because Doc Holliday's next question is about it. Bryson, to what length would you go to retrieve a Koike? Ask Brooks. So there's got to be a story behind
There's a
that.
story here in here
There's
somewhere.
a story. So what is Doc referring to?
Man.
He fished with Brooks the other day.
Man, there ain't no telling what Brooks would do, but I know I would jump out swimming for it, and so would he, because that is how hard they are to find right now. I mean, you just can't find them anywhere.
Yeah. Hogan said on TikTok, summertime, I'm swimming if it's my last one.
Oh, I'm swimming.
Oh, yeah. Now,
Is it a particular brand that you're swimming for?
it's got to be the hide up. It's
Hide
got
up
to be
quick. Anything else? Not. It can
Okay.
stay.
See, all right, listen to that. You know what? I was getting ready to ask you that. So that's the brand. You using the original.
That's the only one I use. I mean, I got a bunch of the knockoffs like Hags and the other stuff like that, and they work. Don't get me wrong. I think they'll still catch fish, but I think it comes down to what you're confident with, and that's kind of the first bait I really started using a lot was the Quickie. And actually, Brooks Anderson, he got me onto that. So I wish I knew how good it was back then. I could have been using it, but last year, me and him went to this lake way up north before we fished the St. Lawrence River, and it was called like Black Lake or something like that, and it was just loaded with smallmouth. And Brooks like, yeah, Bryce, there's this new little bait out, dude, and everyone's starting to catch them on, but no one's really talking about it. And I was throwing a minnow and stuff like that, and he was throwing the quickie in the same spots. And I'm not gonna lie, he caught like 8 or 9 to my like 1. So I'm like, yep, I've seen all I need to see. So I overnighted like 10 of them for the St. Lawrence River, like coming up. Like that's how great that bait is.
It's so funny that you say that. Everybody, because we've talked to some other guys. Wasn't it Stefan? Matt was on here and he was like, he thought he had a secret bait and didn't realize like everybody's figuring that bait out. And then now all of a sudden you can't get them.
No, sir.
Not the hide ups, not the original ones. Let's see. Hogan says the hide up and the 24 millimeter abstract is what he likes to throw. But yeah, and we're going to talk some more about that. Let me catch up on the comments real quick. Fishing with Farmer, old buddy Jonathan. You cutting your teeth shallow. Where do you find is your most consistent bite that you find targeting during a tournament? Deep scoping fish or shallow power?
Definitely the most consistent bite is deep scoping fish, just because most of the lakes we fish, are like clear and stuff like that. And I feel like shallow fish don't stay that long in clear lakes. They go up there to spawn, and then most of the time, they'll stay up there for the shad spawn, stuff like that. And then they're going to start moving out. There's always going to be some big brim eaters and stuff like that up there. But your most consistent, bite for tournament fishing is definitely going to be out deeper scoping around.
Okay, I like that. What's up, Cletus? Cletus is in the house tonight. Kent, I'm going to come back to your question real quick. Bottom Line Outdoors was asking about his aerator when he switched over. Just for you guys that watched the lunch break, he's giving an update. It was shorting out. The batteries weren't the issue, so I'm glad you found your short. But I wanted to jump ahead to Mr. Andy Anderson. You know Mr. Andy.
Very good.
Great guy. Absolutely.
He's amazing.
Does he feed
He
you
brings
too?
me sandwiches after every open.
I was getting ready to say, does he bring you Chick-fil-A or something like that?
Every time.
I
And
know.
He brings
thank you for
Danny
that,
special
because I'm
stuff
like,
though.
I'm starving to death, and he has me like, hey, by the way, he'll slide one out of his pocket, hand it to me. I'm like, you're the man.
No, he brought me Arby's the last time
Yeah.
because he heard
No,
I like the beef and cheddar. So yeah, but
Yeah, I got Chick-fil-A and Danny got Arby's.
we know the pecking order right there. So there you go.
Right.
Anyway, he wants to know how many times this year have you left your luggage at the rental place? Hope this is your year's second AOY Division I, and good luck at Erie. I was going to bring that up here in a second. This man currently in his division, I believe you're 5 points behind Cody Stahl going into the last event. which sets up pretty good to be in the EQs. Fair to say?
Oh, absolutely. 5 points behind, that's about as close you're going to get with as big of a field we got. So I feel like I have a really good chance of getting it, but we'll see. And I feel like having an Erie, even though I'm not really a smallmouth guy, I have fished for them quite a bit. Everybody's on an even playing field though, because there hasn't been that many tournaments out of Buffalo, New York. So it's not like there's a ton of footage and a ton of experience people's got in that region of the lake. So it'd be interesting for sure.
Okay, but now we got to answer the first part of that question. How
About
many times?
luggage.
How many times have you left your luggage at the rental place?
I've left it there twice.
Consistency.
You know this got brought up the other night with Dylan. We were talking about you guys because I was asking about the personalities on that. And I believe he said something about luggage and being a little bit. I don't want to. He didn't say absent-minded, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So hey, fair enough. So, but hey, Andy, we appreciate you, buddy. And it seems like your son has got a good group around him. Real quick, Hogan on TikTok says, Danny, a little bit of a side question for y'all. What do you think the electric and gas change is going to be in the future? I'm not real 100% sure what your question is or what you're saying. We're going to go more towards the electric side. If that's what you're asking, eventually, I'm just telling you, eventually it's going to get there. It might not be in my lifetime. I'm a little older, but eventually everybody's going to be running an electric. Now, it's not going to be the electric that I've got or anything like that, but I think that's what you're asking. So yeah, Andy, we appreciate it. Let me get back to Ken because you mentioned chatterbait down there on them Florida lakes. What color chatterbait do you like to throw?
So I love Golden Shiner, and I also love like that bruised green pumpkin. Those are the two like absolute best colors there is for Florida, in my opinion.
Keep it simple. Keep it
I'm
simple.
not. I'm not really. I mean, I'll throw white sometimes too if I know they're on shad. But I feel like Golden Shiner a lot of times mimic both, even though it's called Golden Shiner because it is got like that lighter bottom and stuff like that to it. So that Golden Shiner just my number one.
Okay, excellent. Hogan says electric john boat fishing to gas boat fishing. I love them both. Both got their advantages. What is one better than the other? I mean, I don't know. But right now in the summertime, I'll tell you this: the electric only lakes to me have the advantage because you don't have the wake boats and you ain't got the jet skiers. The only disadvantage is most of them have hours of operation. So that's about the only thing you really got to mess with. But I assume that's what you're wanting to know. If not, put it back out there and we'll continue on that. What's up, John G? John G, he sends me this video. Now, Bryson, I don't know how much you have watched the show. I have a little bit of a hate relationship with the whopper plopper. Okay. So it's not my favorite bait. If you like it, hey, it's okay. A lot of people like it. But right before the show, he sends me this picture. Now he's a kayaker. He's part of the Tupperware gang, but it was a 20+ inch bass that he caught on a whopper plopper. So he just felt like he had to rub it in right before the show started. But appreciate you being here, John. Jeff Brazil wants to know. All right, first of all, this guy's crazy, so you got to watch how you answer him. You ever fish my neck of the woods at Pickwick?
I have fished at Pickwick a few times actually. I fished there in the college national championship back in the day, and then I fished an MLF event there in college there at Pickwick. It could be a tough lake too. I mean, there's a lot of pressure there, but you can also catch them shallow there the right time of the year. But no, Pickwick's awesome.
You didn't have to say it like that. If you didn't like it, you really could say that lake sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks.
Hey, be honest. This is a safe space. Hogan said, "Do you think the electric
Do
scene
we
will
need
get
the hat?
Yeah,
This lake
Yeah.
sucks.
this lake sucks."
Bay Springs don't suck though. That's where I go at Pickwick, Bay Springs.
Okay, there you go. Hogan said, "Do you think the electric scene will get bigger or die off?" Is what my question is. I think it will. It's going to grow. It will grow. It's not going anywhere.
I think it'll be way bigger than what it is now.
Yeah, I mean, you might have lulls like everything. Everything's cyclical, but it's not going anywhere. The market's there, so there's going to be tournaments. I do not think it's going to die off. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Cletus. You remember blasting them on a jerk bait during an ice age in Florida. So maybe during a cold tournament or something like that, you were blasting them on a jerk bait.
Are you talking to me or?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm talking to you. I don't go down to Florida. That's too hot down there for
Oh
me.
yeah, no, absolutely. The colder the better for a jerkbait, in my opinion. Like especially on Toho and stuff like that, you can get out there around them isolated clumps. You can just wear them out.
Okay, there you go.
The cadence I like is just kind of like a one pause, one pause, one. That's what I like in the wintertime when it's cold.
What is cold in Florida? What's the water temps? Kevin, you or Bryson, either one can. What's cold in Florida?
I'd say when the water temperature's in the low 50s, low to mid 50s, pretty cold.
It's
Is that
pretty
Wow.
cold.
Is that about the limit on average in an average year? 50s?
Yeah. Plus, you got wind too.
Well, that's true.
When
That's
it's
true.
cold down there,
Oh,
That
it will
makes
get
sense.
so cold.
It's kind of hard for me listening to
it's a
guys.
different cold than what we have here, Danny.
See, that's what I'm sitting there saying. Like, I'm trying to put my mind around being cold in Florida. Now, I've never experienced cold in Florida.
I mean, I've been in Florida and it was chilly, but it wasn't cold.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's
Like maybe a hoodie. It's like fall weather in Georgia. You know?
right for sure. Bryson Coleman wants to know what kind of general tips do you have for Eufaula around April or May timeline? Have you fished Eufaula?
So, I've only fished Eufaula the one time in that open, but I can tell that time of the year, there's still gonna be a bunch of fish shallow, We did fish up there this past year, and them fish, there'll be a bunch of them live shallow up there year round, especially you can still catch them on the shad spawn up there. You catch them on buzz bait. I mean, catch some post spawners with a wacky still. I mean, there's still a lot of ways you could catch them up there shallow for sure. There's just a lot of that like grass all around the edge up there. I feel like they just live in year round.
Okay, fair enough. Now Clint was referring to a Yamaha photo shoot. So do you remember? Okay, so now now you know what he's talking about.
Now I know what he's talking about. Yeah, so me and Clint, he was filming us. We was doing a Yamaha shoot a couple years ago, down on the Rainbow River and where was that at? Anyway, it was down south a little ways. But man, yeah, we whacked him down there in the creek on that jerk bait. It was unreal. Like they was just like whack, whack, whack.
I like it. I like it. Cletus is a good dude. He's a good
He
dude.
is. He's awesome.
He's filmed or been with everybody though. He gets around. He is our celebrity. I can't think of a nice word to say it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You know where we're going with that. Let's see. Wonk 82. That green pumpkin shad color on the jackhammer is the juice. Is the juice. So yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you watching us tonight. Jeff Brazil says Bay Springs is feast or famine for me. It's amazing how different it is from Pickwick with them being connected to each other. And Jeff was on with us Tuesday night, and what did he say? I think he said that whole Pickwick by itself is 43 miles long or something like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Where's the most interesting place you have fished so far as either a collegiate angler or as a pro?
Probably the St. Lawrence River, just because the fact it's like them houses up there like castle and stuff, and then with the rocks and stuff like that, it's just different. You're up there like in that Canadian border. It's just a different world up there. And also the Red River, because that in college, that place right there, you'll tear your stuff up. But that place, it's out in Louisiana. Man, that place right there is crazy. Snakes everywhere, moccasins trying to swim in the boat with you. I mean, God.
I like it. I like it. Sounds fun. All right, what's the worst place you fished so far? And you can say it sucked, man. This is a good show to do it on.
Yeah, just throw it out there.
The worst place I've ever fished, honestly, probably the Tom Bigby River. I did good in that event, but there just ain't many bass in there. I don't care what anyone says. There just ain't that many bass up there.
I think Dylan said that the other night too, or Dylan or one of our more recent guests. We were talking about that, like worst place or place you hate to fish, and Tom Bigby come back. It came out, so I think it was Dylan too. Brazil said there's some real nice spots in Bay Springs too, and all that.
Oh, yeah. I like Bay Springs because it's a lot smaller and easier to break down than Pickwick. And there's some really nice spotted bass in there, some big largemouth.
Yeah, I got you. Tom, hello. Glad you're joining us tonight. Looking forward to some of your crazy ass comments and questions as they come across the screen. And Ron Swinford, sorry, man. He had to talk to his mom, so that's why he's late.
Don't be apologizing for that.
You always talk to mama. Always talk to mama. Robert Breezeal. I hope I said that right. Greetings from Ontario, California. Really enjoy listening to you guys. Well, dude, that's awesome. We're just some Southern hillbillies and all that, but we appreciate you bringing
like
some
5 in the afternoon out there.
Yeah, he might still be at work.
Could be.
But hey, listen, thank you very much. I always love it. And we've always had this fascination with guys outside of our area that listen to us. So, man, thank you very much. And hey, if you got questions for this young man, throw them out there. Now, spotted bass got brought up. You grew up in Florida. That's largemouth. That's largemouth. So now you're fishing a lot of places with spots. Give me your opinion on spotted bass compared to largemouth as far as how much you like them, like to fish for them.
I love spotted bass fishing because you can power fish for them. And like I said, Brooks, how we got to know each other and stuff like that. Like we knew each other in college and stuff, but I went on a guide trip with him trying to learn and get an understanding for him for the college national championship at Hartwell. And once he really opened my eyes to it, I'm like, man, I could live up here on Lanier or Hartwell and just fish for them all the time because they're mean, aggressive. You can fish fast for them. You can still fish slow, throw a jig to them, stuff like that. I love spotted bass. They're honestly my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, and I get that. And another thing about spots is the wintertime is actually they're just as active in the wintertime as they are, any other time of year. That's where you get your
Yeah,
really big ones.
they never slow down.
Now, Robert out there in California, now he's got they got a couple lakes out there in California that might rival Lake Lanier for being the premier spotted bass lake in the nation. But we're kind of biased to Lanier. How many times have you fished Lanier?
Quite a few times, probably 5 or 6 times.
Okay, and so what were some of the things? I mean, I imagine you were scoping a little bit.
Yeah, so when I went out there with Brooks, like we was scoping, he was showing me like some shady stuff. I call him shade because he's always got like the shady, sneaky baits I feel like no one else has got.
Yeah.
But no, we was scoping a lot. Like I was just shocked how much we run and gun. Like we'll make one cast to the spot. He's like, all right, sit down, we go to the next spot. So I'll be like, sit down, like, bro, there's like 20 more fish down there. Don't we need to fish for them? Nah, they're done. And then that's when it kind of clicked for me on the spotted bass. Like, okay, I was missing a big part back in the day because I was trying to fish for fish that was never gonna bite.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, real quick on TikTok, Matt Bronner, listening from Kentucky on the banks of the Ohio River. Love the show, guys. Gearing up for a BFL. Dude, thank you. Honestly, makes our day when we hear you guys listening to us. Actually makes us question your judgment. Like, why ain't you got something better to do than listen to us? But we love you anyway. Thank you very much. And good luck on your BFL. That would be pretty cool. Okay, here's the thing about Brooks. Brooks is always, whether he'll give it to you or not, he's one of those anglers here on Lake Lanier that knows the hot technique that's coming up about 6 months before it. You know what I'm saying? He was probably throwing that corky, about 6 months up here on Lanier before.
Yeah, he was throwing it. I know for a fact he was throwing it probably August, September of last year. And now it's came out. So yeah, about 6 months ahead of time, 6, 8 months ahead of time.
Yeah, that's what makes these Lanier guys so good because honestly, especially the ones that have reached that level and they got some sponsorship or some connections, Lanier is a proving ground for a lot of baits out there. And a lot of these guys are throwing these baits, even for the companies, testing them out, kind of getting some feel and working on it before they release it to the public. So, yeah.
Some folks call it spotted bass Disneyland.
No, it is.
It is.
Okay, what surprised you about Lanier? I know Brooks throwing shady baits might have, but what surprised you the first time you got on Lanier?
What surprised me, I guess, was just how many fish was in there. I've never seen a lake that's just got so many fish in it like that. Like you'll pull up to a pile, it wasn't like uncommon to see 50, 100 fish in one pile. I'm not kidding. Like it has more big spotted bass than anywhere else in the country.
Was that your first time being on a herring lake?
Yeah, that was probably, well, no, I've been on Hartwell. I was back at Hartwell at 2019. I fished up there a few times, but I wasn't fishing for them like that. I was in the wintertime and stuff. So yeah, Lanier's the first like true herring lake when we was up there at the time. The herring was spawning and stuff like that.
Yeah, Kevin, I get kind of tickled listening to his answer when he was like talking about, coming up here, going deep and, all these different things, new experiences from Florida. You had to experience that too.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'm still struggling, and it's not shady.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I grew up fishing shallow swamp water. I still get frustrated going, what am I supposed to do with this?
Oh, I
Yes,
know,
sir.
I know for sure. And again, guys, we'll get on that corky. I'm trying to save it for you guys, making you guys hang around before we start talking that corky and everything. Farmer, now listen, Farmer's from up here, and he is one of our resident power fishermen. He likes to go shallow. If he can catch them shallow, that's the way he wants to do it year round. what is your go-to shallow style bait or your go-to presentation shallow that you have the absolute most confidence in?
Buzz bait.
Oh, I love it. Good answer.
Because
Yeah.
I can burn the bait down with that quick, and I can catch them on it, and big ones. Like if they're biting it, that's what I'm gonna be throwing. A black one too. I love black. Black
Okay.
on black. Black blade, black toad, no skirt.
Okay, so you're a
Mhm.
toad. You're a toad, no skirt kind of guy. I like it. And I like the color black. Because to me, there's only two color buzz baits, either white or black. And I throw black a lot
Black
more than I
catches
throw
big
white.
ones.
Do you find you catch more on a white one as far as overall, and black you get a little bit better size, or can you tell a difference?
I think it depends on the day, and also it depends on the forage you're targeting.
Okay, explain.
So like if I'm on a lake that I know the shad are spawning on and stuff like that, I'm definitely gonna be throwing a white one. If I'm targeting it, like if I go up to Lanier right now and I'm gonna target the bank shallow, I'm gonna be throwing a black one trying to catch some big brim eaters. You know, I love a cloudy day the best, or even a sunny day is okay too, as long as you got some wind. If you got some wind on a sunny day, that's still good buzzbait stuff.
Okay, what's your
Because then
favorite?
they position like around docks and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
then that wind just breaks it up a little bit.
Okay, what's your favorite brand of buzz bait?
Boogerman,
Booger Man.
the clacking one.
No booger
Oh,
man
Booger Man.
with a
I like
clacker
that.
on it.
I like that. Let's see here. Yeah, Ron, I'm sorry. Let me address this. For some reason, on some of our viewers, the ads pop up during the thing. I got it on the lowest setting. We've been fighting that battle for the last couple of weeks. So some people get it at the beginning, some people it just randomly does it. So man, I apologize for that. But that is YouTube and not me, I promise. Let's see. Wonk says Farmer the Karashi has been really good for me lately in shallow water around wood. You throw any of those kind of baits?
You said the Arashi,
Hirashi? Is that how
the
the hell
like the Arashi glide, or
is that did I pronounce it wrong? He's got it Karashi, but it might have been
Is
that.
it Karashi?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever used a Karashi. Is that like a brand buzzbait?
No, that's a glide bait or something, ain't it?
Oh yeah, he's probably talking about
Or a swim bait.
the Arashi Storm glide bait.
That
Yeah.
might be it. That might be it.
Yeah, no, that's a really good glide bait right there.
Okay. There you go. And listen, Kevin and Tim, you got a question. Y'all jump in there. I'm just gonna keep
How
going
big
down the
is the
comments.
bass behind them?
The bass on the wall behind you, how big are they?
This one's an 11-11 and that one's an 11-4. So I wouldn't mount them now. I actually caught them when I was younger, and back then, like me and my papa, we fish all the time. Like, you're mounting them, son. You'll never catch one bigger than that. So I did mount them too.
Is
I
that your
wouldn't ever do it now. I'd definitely get replica, but yeah, two
is that
11-pounders.
is that your PBs?
Yeah, but the 11-11's my PB.
What lake?
There's a small lake by my house called White Lake. That's where I caught the 11-11, and then that one was caught in Swanee Lake.
Okay. Everybody's letting us know now. And now I know what they're talking about. It's a small walks like a spoon. It's a small BFS twitch bait, the Karashi.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah.
what he's talking about now. Yeah, no, that's a great bait right there. I love it because it's a subtle bait too, and it will catch them.
I just get lost in what everybody's talking about. So that's everybody seems to know it. So it must be a very good bait right there. Dustin Black, good evening, everyone. Let's talk some fishing. We're here for you, buddy. And we are doing that. Got Bryson Osteen on, and he's doing a fantastic job. And you guys throw the questions out there for him. I mean, he speaks very well. So let's take
Throw 'em out
advantage of
there.
this. Yeah, take
I'm
advantage
gonna
of it.
I'm gonna grab a water real quick. I'll be right back. Okay.
Go for it, buddy. I told him.
Right.
I told him he could go.
Yep.
What do
I'll
you?
be
Hey,
right back.
all right, Kevin and Tim. This is the first taste of this young man. What do you think? He speaks well.
Oh
He's,
yeah.
he's getting
Awesome
some
young
good
guy.
juice.
Mhm. He is. I
He
like
is.
it. I like it. And listen, we got a long way to go, so we're gonna squeeze some more at him. Ain't it really cool though? Got a buddy from Kentucky over here listening. Got a guy from California listening.
What amazed me was, I'm sure these guys are getting VRBOs when they go, but to find a place where you can park 5 boats.
Oh, you talking about the group? Yeah.
Oh yeah, these groups when they travel together like that. Can you imagine them calling people going, "Hey, how big's the yard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Can we get 5 trucks, 5 boats, and probably a few more trucks, and maybe another boat or two for camera boats, depending on who's trailing with them. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a lot of acreage.
Well, you
Yeah.
gotta do it kind of like, you gotta find somebody that's got a place kind of like Dave too. You
Right.
know, over there on Gunnersville. So what, y'all had like 3 boats in his garage, possibly could do 4.
Yeah, we could have put a 4th. We had remember all the camera equipment was
Yeah.
over there next to the door because Dave's boat, Ken's boat, and then we pushed mine in there, and there was a whole nother slot for another full-size tournament rig in there, but we had all the camera stuff there.
Yeah. So that, I mean, that's yeah, you gotta, yeah. Now that you say that, you gotta have the right spot. But I think, you know, those guys too. So think about that. They're 1 or 4 or 5 of what, 80 to 100 in that general area. They're all fighting for it. Hold on a second. All right, y'all listen to this. I think we have just set our personal best. This is our PB as far as somebody watching in a distance from Georgia. All right, y'all ready for this?
All right.
It's Tim Weekly. I'm watching you from Manila, Philippines. I miss fresh water from the States.
Outstanding. What time is it in Manila? They're like 8 or 10 hours behind us.
Hey, listen, have you tried that duck egg over there? What did she call it? That block? You know what I'm talking about? Where it's that fermented duck egg they eat over in the
I hope he
Philippines?
doesn't win question of the night because you'll have a hell of a time sending him the prize.
Oh yeah, Tim. Yeah, you can't win question of the night. I can't even.
Speaking of that, I forgot to pick up that other.
I know.
Yeah, I
gonna
forgot
tell
all
you.
about it.
It is 8:37 a.m. in the.
I thought so. Yeah, they're quite a ways behind us.
But hey, Tim, while we're waiting on Bryson to come back, actually, I think we lost him. He's going to have to click back in. You eat that duck egg kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? They call it like blapak or something like that, where it's a half-formed duck embryo, and they do some kind of cooking or whatever it is they do over there. But when you crack it, you got to suck the half of it's the embryo, and then you got to eat the partially formed duck. It's a delicacy, and I can't remember how in the world to pronounce it.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would.
It would
a couple
take
old fashions, I'd be right on it.
It would take some liquid courage.
Right. Yeah, I'd need some liquid courage, but yeah, I'd do it.
Listen, that might be one that I might go, it's a texture thing. Because generally I don't do it. Oh, listen to this, guys. All right, look, he goes, tried it, but they can keep it, brother. It tasted terrible. He tried it. That's absolutely.
Have you ever noticed that most of the weird stuff, people, oh, it's a delicacy. You know, you're like cool if you do it.
Yeah.
You do it and you're like, that tastes like crap.
I'm so glad he was honest.
Why did I do that?
Yeah, so
me, a corn dog's a delicacy.
Yeah, I know, right? That is
awesome.
Yeah,
good corn dog with some mustard and ketchup.
Oh, yeah.
Together. Top notch.
No, man, you need this half formed egg duck or something like that. I personally think it's disgusting. But at the Georgia Outdoor Expo, Yin Johnson, and she's followed the Fish North Georgia for a while. She's the one that told me about it, and she said she's going to eat one with us. She loves it. And I'm like, that is an acquired taste, you know.
Got to be.
That's losing the bet taste.
Yeah, that is. What's up, Collins? Ron Swinford says 11-11 is my PB too. You guys suck. I wish I had an 11-11.
Right, me too.
Clint, did he mention glides? Yeah, I got to thinking it was a glide bait, and I guess he lost his service, so he'll kick back up here in a second. So Dylan, when he gets back, we will ask him, and then we will get all those questions. So
he going to the store to get a water?
Hell, I don't know. I guess
he may have.
Yeah, I mean, he's in Florida. You know, it's got to be bottled water. He ain't drinking that tap shit or nothing. So he might have done it. Let's answer this question real quick while we're waiting from our buddy out in California. What are your go-to jig trailers? And we'll answer that for you. Like, I am a very simple guy. It's a Yamamoto twin tail grub on 90% of what I throw. Now, there are others around here that throw something different. What is yours, Kevin?
Twin tail grub, and then I use the little God dang it. I can't think of it. It's the little, just the 2 flat tails. It's the small one that Zoom makes.
Oh,
that's like me. I can't think of it.
Well, we're old, dude.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Somebody will say it in a minute.
Yeah, Balloon.
I can't think of its exact name.
So listen, I get way behind on the comments, but I scrolled on down for a second, and they're all like, Balut. That's Balut. That's our buddy in California said that. What's up, Far Dog in Oklahoma? I don't know. I've ate potted meat before. And what's up? I listen. I've had cow brains. I've had pig brains.
Potted meat and some crackers, good stuff sometimes.
Hell yeah. There he is.
Have
There
you
you
ever
go.
read the ingredients
I'm
on
sorry.
that stuff?
I'm
You run
sorry,
to the
Mike.
store
I
and get a
went and get
water?
some water and I came back and it said like lost connection.
It happens, man. It's
Yeah.
okay.
We just know you're in Florida.
You
You
thought you
drinking
went
that
to the store
bottled
to
water.
get water.
Dude, it's a lightning storm outside right now.
Oh,
Really?
you are in Florida. So yeah, that makes it. Florida tap water tastes like
There it
daily
is.
tail
Jeff
sweat.
Brazil's got it. The Super Chunk Junior.
Super Chunk Junior.
Super Chunk Junior, yeah.
That's the only two I threw.
And I'm gonna ask you this question too. I'm trying to catch up a little bit. Let's see. Phil says he's still throwing the pork trailers again now that they've come back out. And I just got to read this because it's Tom. I just cannot pass up a Tom comment right here. See if you guys can figure it out. Tickle from the Moonshiners is in business just a few miles here in Kentucky.
That's wild.
Does anybody know what the hell he's talking about?
I do. Yeah, if you ever
Okay.
watch the moonshine stuff, the old Tickle.
Oh, I don't do
That was his nickname. Old dude named Tickle, his
Okay.
moonshiner.
Okay, there you go. So somebody did understand you tonight, Tom, on the first try. I love it. All right. So the question was, see Joe Bennett, Zoom Chunk. The question was from our buddy Robert out in California, California A. What jig trailer do you like to use? Now, we haven't even talked jigs with you yet. You like throwing a jig?
Oh, I love a jig. It's one of my favorite baits.
Okay, well, there you go. What kind of jig you like to throw, and what kind of trailer do you use when you throw it?
So I actually love the Arc Randall Tharp jig, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. It's kind of just an Arky style head, so you can kind of do a little bit of everything with it. And I love putting a Rapala Crush City Bronco bug on the back. When I'm largemouth fishing, if I'm up north and stuff like that, I like a Berkeley Creature Hog. That's kind of the only two trailers I use. Keep it simple. The Bronco bug has kind of got like a different action because when it's falling down, when it hits the bottom, like the legs almost like jump back at you, and everything else is kind of going down like this. So I thought that Bronco bug gives them something different they haven't seen quite as much.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to ask you your jig rod setup real quick. So think about that. But let's bring Cletus up right here. The way Tim just interpreted that is incredible. Because the other night, old Tom had us rolling, and we couldn't understand a damn thing he said the entire night. We had no idea where he was going. So kudos to you, Tim, on the first try. You did it, baby. You did it. Okay, so back to you, Bryson. You got to watch. We're squirrel here. All right. I mean, every once in a while we just go off on these tangents, so you'll just have to bear with us.
No,
What
it's all
is
good.
yeah? What is your favorite jig rod setup? What pound test? What rod? What reel? The whole 9 yards.
So I love a 7.3 heavy Phoenix. It's the Red Diamond series. It's called the Virtus. That's just my all-purpose jig rod. I mean, it's got a soft enough tip I can still skip docks with it, but it's got a lot of backbone. I got a lot of control over like 5, 6, 7, 8 pounders on it. And it's got that longer butt section on there too. So I like that when I'm using a jig. I feel like I got more power and stuff like that with it.
Mhm.
I use 20 and 17-pound tests, Seaguar and Vizex or Seaguar Tatsu with a Shimano Metanium 8-to-1. I like the 8-to-1 because it picks up line real quick. A lot of times they hit a jig on the fall and then they start swimming right towards you, so I can really catch up with them on that. And it's also got them big handles, so I can really turn with that.
You know what? Like Kevin, like he had that answer ready. Like he knows his stuff, don't he? He didn't have to think about it. He just laid it out there.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just know mine's got a rod and a reel and 15-pound test.
Yeah, well,
Now, if I'm fishing like Lanier Hartwell, I like my setup a change still. I mean, I might still throw it on that 7.3 heavy, but I'm gonna be like using like 12-pound fluoro, maybe 14-pound fluoro at the most, because that water's so clear. But we're talking largemouth.
let me ask you, being a Florida boy, how many spinning rods you got?
I actually got a bunch of them now because you got to have them to
Now,
compete.
That's it now.
a good
Used to, it
question.
was like 2 spinning rods, like shaky head, wacky worm. That's it.
Yeah,
Now
for
it's like
sure.
6 different minnow rods, like 6 different 7.4 medium light for like 13 and 17 millimeter koi keys, bunch of drop
Listen,
shot rods. It's crazy.
it's like your golf clubs. You got to have one. They all have a specific job. We totally get that.
So do you throw the koiki on a bait caster or spinning?
So the full casts I throw on a bait caster exclusively. The 17 and 13s I throw on the spinning rod.
Okay, so we know you're gonna go braid to fluoro, correct?
Correct.
What you're not.
FG.
Oh, he's an FG snob.
That
Listen,
FG is so easy to tie. Like people say it's so hard, but once you learn how to tie it once, like you could tie it no problem. It's like it's easy not to tie. It really is.
dude, you got 24-year-old fingers. Wait till you get up here in your 50s and 60s and all that and try to tie that knot. It don't work that way. Robert says he likes a Smalley Beaver. I guess he's talking about his jig trailer out there.
Yeah,
So
we
that-
buy Velcro tennis shoes because we can't tie a knot.
Well, no doubt, for seriously.
Not yet. I hadn't gotten to the Velcro sneakers yet.
I ain't got the sneakers, but my Jesus Water Walkers, they're Velcro like
You
that. so-
Jerusalem cruisers.
My Jerusalem cruisers are Velcro. All right, we got to ask this question. Everybody that comes on the show, you can't get away from it. Bryson Osteen, do you believe in Bigfoot? He's like, I didn't know.
I've heard some crazy things in the woods, but no, I would say no. But there's some things in Florida, it'll make you second guess yourself for
Well,
sure.
they call them what, a skunk ape down there.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
what?
just hear some like screech.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Bigfoot in Florida, they call them skunk apes.
Dude,
I'm not.
I won't walk out in them
lying.
woods at
It's a
nighttime.
skunk ape.
Well, I wouldn't walk out in them woods because of the reptilians that you got down there, much
Right.
less anything.
Shoot, that and I mean I got some neighbors and stuff like that around, but there was like a 7-foot alligator. I pulled up in my yard the other night. It was like 11 o'clock at night. There was a 7-foot alligator walking across my front yard, just like randomly.
Stuff you see in Florida, right?
Right.
Florida is its own little world.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gator
there.
just doing Gator stuff. Yeah, he just
But-
out being
well,
Gator.
We got bears. I get the bear going across my yard, my driveway, and the deer. I can't say I've ever had a gator and all that. What'd you do? Did you shoo it off or just let it be?
stayed in the truck.
Oh no,
No,
I
he-
had to take care of business on it. I mean, it was trying to get my daggum dog. My dog was out there running around in circles on it. I'm like, man, this gator trying to eat my dog.
I got it. That is a sound bite right there.
He likes gator meat. You can tell.
Well, he's like, this gator's trying to eat my
gator
dog.
tail.
Like you see it off the movies, like Hillbilly and stuff like that. Like I got a pretty nice yard and stuff. It ain't like that, but there was sure enough a 7-8 foot long alligator out there.
Well, did you beat it?
Oh yeah.
What was your weapon of choice the other night? I just got to know, what are we swinging at the alligator to save your dog?
Oh man, well I'd have used something else, but I've had to beat him before too.
Right.
A golden rule is a good choice, and like in your bass boat, you hook one. A golden rule is a great choice.
But listen, if you're doing hand-to-hand combat with a gator in your front yard, a golden rule is kind of short.
Oh
I
no,
want
I ain't
someone-
using no golden rule in the yard. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I want something with a little more
I'm
length.
using something with a little more kick.
You do that. Yeah, you deal with that within feet per second.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. Okay, I got you. I love
Yeah.
it. Let's get back on the fishing topics. But you never know, Kevin, what in the hell we're going to come across on this show. So I
No.
did not have beaten gators in my front yard on my bingo card for tonight, but here we are, right? All right. So John G wants to know, do you throw big glides? And if you do, what rod are you using, reel line? What's your setup?
Yeah, so I love throwing the big glide on like a 7.9 heavy recon by Phoenix. And when I'm talking big glide, I'm talking like 7 and 9 inch glides. So to some people that's big, but 7 and 9 inch, that's around like a 3 ounce glide bait, 2.5, 3 ounce glide bait. So that's big to me. But that 7.9 heavy recon, it's got a lot of load to it. It's like a broomstick, but it's still got a lot of load. So it's like I guess like you'd call it like an oversized crankbait rod. I don't lose hardly any on it, but I love throwing like the clutch baby balls, the clutch balls on it. I also love throwing the clutch darter. That one's not really a big glide bait. It's like I think it's 7 inches long, but it's only like a ounce and a half. I like throwing that like a 7.7 heavy Phoenix feather. I was using that one up at Norman at the last tournament I cut a check on.
I like it. I like it. Hey, you guys watching on TikTok, if you got questions, throw it out there for us. Let's see real quick. Ron Swinford says the Missile D Chunk is a great kicking trailer, and middle-sized Strike King Rage Bug is a terrific swim jig trailer. Now, Jeff Brazil, here's our Pickwick buddy. He's just different. He's just different. Call me crazy, but I use straight 50-pound braid for my jigs. You can tear some heads off on a hook set. Yeah, I guess you can. You ain't crazy. I know a lot of guys, but I mean, that 50 pounds seems kind of heavy. Do you ever use any straight braid on anything, Bryson?
When I'm swimming a jig, I do, if I'm like buzz bait and swimming a jig, I'm using straight braid, frog, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's fluorocarbon. And I will throw like straight 15 or 20 pound big game mono, like on a top water plug, like a prop bait, a pop R, stuff like that.
I got you. Is it still coming a thunderstorm at your house?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's bad. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, we can hear you, but I could tell like when you get must get some good lightning or
When
electric.
it's lightning, yeah, you get a
You
little
break-
fuzz.
You get a little fuzz, but it's just temporary. So I'm sitting there like, boy, it's coming a storm at his house. Everything's great. Don't worry. What is your okay? Here we go. We talked night bass fishing the other night. What is your favorite nighttime lure? And let me ask you this: being that you fish and you're doing the opens and all that, how much time do you actually fish at night these days?
So I actually don't fish much at nighttime because I feel like the fish at nighttime act totally different than they do in the day. I used to fish at nighttime quite a bit. I love throwing a solid black buzzbait at nighttime or like a solid black spinnerbait. Used to, the man's made a 12-inch long jelly worm. I'm sure y'all know what that is, solid black
Yeah.
one. That was a great nighttime bait as well.
So let's see. Jeff Brazil ties that FG at night. No way. I just can't do it. I can't tie it.
Clint
Now,
can tie one in the dark.
yeah, that's what he was referring to right
Yeah, I
there.
saw him. I mean, he was sitting right next to me, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He had his phone light on. He's over there weaving one up, and it
Yeah.
lasted all day.
Yeah, not me. I can't do it. Now, also, here's another thing I can't do. I pretty much can't pronounce anything regular, but much less these lakes down in Florida. Growing up, I fished Lake Istacocapo.
It's the pogo.
Istapoga.
Poga.
Well, y'all got to help me out, Florida boys. You know I can't pronounce it. Where is that at?
Down
It's
by
down.
Sebring, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's
No.
down in that region.
Okay,
It's
there
in
you
that
go.
mid region of Florida.
And Clayton's a braver guy than I am. Slip-on shoes is the way to go. I guess that's what he fights his gators off with. Not
with him.
me. Philip Hutchinson, glad you're here tonight. Skunk apes are the name in Florida and Louisiana. I have never heard that
Yeah.
name in my
Yeah,
entire
they call
life
them
for
skunk
fishing.
A. Australians call them a yowie.
Yeah, wow.
A yowie?
That's a big yowie, mate. You know. And
Do they throw
well,
that?
they call them the Yeti.
No, Yeti I've heard.
Yeah, the Yeti you've heard. Bigfoot, Yeti.
Bigfoot,
Yeah.
Yeti.
Down south they call them
yeah.
skunk apes. And the Australians call them a yowie.
Okay, we learned something tonight. But you know what? They screw up crappy too, because they call them white perch and sockeye and all that. So it
Sockeye.
makes
That's
sense.
why I don't go camping.
Florida folks call them specks, don't they?
Yeah,
Something like that.
specs.
What do you mean?
Specks.
What do you mean? That's why you don't go camping?
For Bigfoot.
Because you're scared of it, or what?
Hell yeah. I don't like any noises out in the woods.
Oh, I know, but I can imagine where he lives. He probably
You don't want to be like that guy on the documentary having to tell where he was improperly touched.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, listen to Matt Steffman tell his story too.
Yeah, there's some crazy stories. He's 24. We'll ask him. All right, listen. If you were out in the woods, Bryson, and a female Bigfoot came into your tent, and had her way with you, and then left, would you go tell the authorities? Would you walk home in shame, or would you spend the next night out in the woods so it can happen again?
It depends. I mean, it depends. I guess it depends how good.
That's a smart answer. That's a good answer. There's some variables to be factored into this.
A lot of variables.
That is.
I mean, might try to kill me afterwards, so you
Mm.
never know. It's Bigfoot.
It depends was his answer. That's fantastic. I love it. On a lighter note, have you ever fished a tarpon anywhere around in Florida while you're down there?
Yes. So down there, there's a place down there in the Keys called Hawks Cay, and I've been on a mission for the last several years trying to catch a tarpon on my bait casting setup, and I never succeed because they always spool me or break me off or jump and come off. But they're loaded down there at Hawks Cay.
I got you. Look who showed up tonight. Oh, wait, first thing, let's try to pronounce this. Now, okay, Tom says you need a shovel for the gators. I get that too. Jeff Brazil called it a ragaroo.
Rougarou.
Rougarou is the Bigfoot.
Rougarou.
A rougarou is the Bigfoot of Louisiana. And right after that, our favorite Rougarou shows up. It's cranking and yanking. Hello, Scopers, he says. Bryson, just to let you know, this is a gentleman that he's not fond of the forward-facing sonar right there, and we love him anyway. But hey, listen, guess what, cranking and yanking? This boy grew up in Florida, and he knows that shallow water game and all that, and he was fishing all that before he got a scope. Now, he uses a scope in his fishing the opens, but this kid's got some knowledge that I think you can respect. Now, look, Cranking Yankee goes, I am from Louisiana. Bigfoot is what we call him. I love it. Let's see. Blair Witch keeps me out of the woods. Death by a snoo-noo. Yes, absolutely. Ragaroo sounds like the start of good gumbo. Bass time with DS. What did I walk into? Probably the same thing Bryson is thinking about right now. Like, what in the world? I don't think he would. I don't think he would. He would spend the night out if it was a male Bigfoot.
Oh
So
no.
That's one of those nobody would ever know what happened. It'd be like, I just came home early.
He said, Mike says that was the perfect answer. That is it depends. Like that. All right, let's give you Dylan, you had a question earlier too, and then when he had to go get his water, we kind of scrolled off. If you had a question out there and I missed it, throw it back out there. We're also getting ready to do the question of the night. I see Kevin flexing up, warming up, getting ready for his call from the bullpen. But Dylan, your buddy Dylan wants to know, would you consider Brooks the most nervous before the tournaments? Of you five or whatever that group, who's the most nervous?
Definitely Brooks. Definitely Brooks. He gets like, he'll like overthink things sometimes, but he's sure enough, like, you about to see him shaking like this tournament morning out there. Like, he's
He get
bad.
a little bit bent the morning of.
You know what? I can see it. And we'll do one more real quick. Have you, Greg, what's going on tonight, buddy? Appreciate you joining us. Has Bryson ever fished Headwaters Lake in Florida?
Yes, Headwaters is amazing. The one that's better than that, though, is like its little brother, Kenansville Lake. That's the lake, Kenansville.
Okay. Listen,
It's
all
by
right,
Headwaters.
okay. All right, so listen, Bryson, about the middle of the show on Thursday nights, we do a question of the night. Have you ever watched it? Are you familiar with what Kevin's getting ready to do?
Oh boy, I don't know.
No, he tries to stump him. He tries to find a question that's just impossible to
Okay.
answer. You have to read a magazine from 1948 and have the copy sitting by your toilet to answer some of his questions. But,
I got an easy one tonight, Danny.
I don't know. I think it's a doozy.
Okay, so here we go. All right, listen, this is what you're going to win. So take a break for a second, Bryson. Gather your thoughts, think about life and wondering why you're here tonight and the stuff you got into. But for those of you that answer the question of the night, I'm going to send you 2 of these Money Saver lure retrievers. The reason I'm going to send you 2 is because by the time you figure out how to do the first one, you'll probably drop it in the water, and I'm going to give you a backup like that. But this is the best lure retriever on the market. And if you don't win, you can go to the moneysaverstore.com. And old Richard Key, our buddy who makes these things, he will be glad to sell you a few of them.
Absolutely.
So, all right. How many answers to this question?
2 answers.
2 answers.
2 answers.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
All right. How many years each did Tom Mann Jr. fish the following 2 trails? BASS and the FLW. How many years each did Tom Mann Jr. fish the following 2 trails? BASS and the FLW trail.
Tim,
Man.
I feel like there's a trick in that.
It's
It's
pretty
an easy
straightforward.
Well, that's an easy one. Colin said, I never figured out the Money Saver like that. I know, but once you do, that's the best lure retriever on the market. It ain't even close right there. So
It's so simple that people make it complicated.
yeah, oh Lord, here we go. All right, so now you guys got the comments. Why continue our conversation with this young man?
Hey, Coleman, you need to tell me which one's BASS and which one's FLW.
Oh, so this might be quick tonight. Hold on a second, Bryson.
Mm.
We might be quick. Sometimes it takes like 35 minutes for these guys to get
Yeah,
the
I mean, I'm looking at the answers. I'll even show them to you. There they are.
You know what this does? It looks real good on YouTube for the analytics when they're like, hey, you had 22,000 comments.
Right.
And 20,000.
Especially when they get close to a number and they just start climbing. 32,
Yeah.
33, 34,
Yeah.
35.
Okay, so Matt on TikTok said 32 bass, but now listen, there's 2 answers. There's two answers. There's one for Bass, one for FLW.
Mm-hmm.
You need to put Bass
BASS
in
and
the,
FLW.
I'm
they
watching.
need to list Bass in the number of years, and they need to list FLW in the number of years, because I don't know which one you're telling me.
Okay, so I'm watching. Real quick, sorry about this, Bryson. I'm watching TikTok because they can't see TikTok. So, do you
You
know
don't
the
have the
answer?
answer, Danny.
Well, I'm just going to start throwing them out. I'll read them. I'll read them as they pop up as I see them. And let me ask you this, Bryson. Like, of all the pros out there, when you know, I know what you want to do. You want to get to the elites and all that. Who do you look up to? I mean, who's your hero in pro fishing right now?
Probably Brandon Pollinate.
Boy, you know what? He gets a lot of you younger guys. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
you guys all look up to him.
Well, he's just so versatile. You know, he's done it before scope, he's done it during scope, and just such a great natural fisherman. I mean, it's just hard not to like the guy. I met him in person at the Bassmaster Classic when it was on Lake Guntersville back in, I want to say 2017, 16, sometime in there. Might have been 18, somewhere right in there. I met him at Guntersville, and just probably one of the coolest guys I've ever met.
Okay, I got you. A lot of you guys would just to let you guys know if you just popped on. He's in Florida in the middle of a thunderstorm, so when he gets a lot of that static going on, he'll break up for a little bit.
You want me to try to reconnect real quick?
Yeah, try it if you don't mind.
I'll be right back.
Okay, you do what you got to do, big guy.
Some of y'all are close on these answers.
You know what though? Let me tell you something. I like this kid.
Oh yeah.
No, like I really do like this kid. He is very well spoken. Very well spoken. Chase Carey, what's up, buddy? He's going to come back. He's down there in Florida right now, and he's in the middle of a thunderstorm. So we're going to cut him some grace when he starts talking and it gets a little staticky and all that. Because Lord knows thunderstorms in Florida. That's a different breed. That's a different breed of thunderstorm. It's a different breed. But you know what? He is very, very well spoken.
Mm-hmm.
Very well spoken. I like him. Seems like he's got a great personality too, and all that. And listen, was that not the best Bigfoot answer we have ever had?
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. It's like, well, it depends on how it went down. I mean,
I would expect an older guy like us to say something like that.
yeah, that's something I'd be. I'd be like, well, I mean, if it was a good time, I'm not waiting around.
How big a girl is she right there?
You want to talk about the times that you must be at your maximum peak performance. You know?
Dude, he's 24. He's in his
He'd be
heyday.
fine. Yeah, I mean, he lived right through it. We might not make it.
No.
I don't know if she'd come back the next night.
That's what I was going to say.
Like,
she's going to be like,
well, enough of that.
That was a waste of time. Especially that short little fat guy right there. Let's see. Bub is one of the best all-around person in fishing. Chase Carey said, listen, I tell you what, like, I'm really digging him. Matt said he started fishing FLW in 96, so 30 years, FLW 26 years in bass. That's just TikTok.
No.
All right, that's not the right answer, Matt. That's not the right answer. Keep going because nobody's got it on YouTube either, so throw it out there. What's up, Anaya? I see you over there. How you guys doing?
If they are AI in this, they won't get it from there.
Where do they find the answer?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. I still listen. I could talk Bigfoot with this kid the rest of the night. That's just fantastic. Let's see. I don't know if she'd come back the next time. I'm telling you, listen, if Mrs. Bigfoot came into my tent, she'd find out after about 10 seconds that was a waste of time and she'd be leaving jail. Nope, not going to happen. Not going to happen tonight, boys. Is anybody close to the answer?
No.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Okay, read the question again.
The question again. How many years each did Tom Mann Jr. fish the following two trails? BASS and the FLW trail.
So you got one answer for BASS, one answer for FLW. It ain't like combined.
Two answers.
Two answers. How the hell are guys not getting it?
Two trails, two answers.
There's got to be a trick to it.
I even gave them a small hint, but I don't know if they picked up on it.
I didn't pick up on the hint at all.
Don't say it again because I didn't pick up on it either.
All right, when he gets back, though, when he does come back,
I do hope somebody wins because I already got two of them.
I know I had to give you two at the
plug knuckles.
And listen, I told everybody Tuesday night that Kevin started taking this shit personal. He wants the prize if you guys don't get the answers.
Yeah, yeah. It's like if I can stump you, I get your stuff.
Yeah, I had to give him two. I had to give him two Sunday, guys. Hurry up and answer.
Yeah. Of course,
what's
I don't get those real big fancy plugs and everything else. I get stump knockers.
Stump knockers. Listen, that's because you already own all the big fancy plugs and everything right there. But when he gets back, guys, when he gets back, we are going to do some Koike talk. We'll figure out how this kid rigs them, how he uses them.
Oh,
Because
great.
let's be honest, that's what half of the guys here want to know anyway.
I do.
You know, but I tell you what's interesting is like he was straight up which ones. He's like hide up. The original.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
He
The
didn't.
original.
He didn't hesitate and say another company. He said I had some, but what he uses, and I guarantee you, in his tournaments and all that, that's the one he's using.
Well, he had connections. If you can call and get 10 overnighted, somebody's got them for you.
Well, that's true. But you know what? Probably back then, before everybody figured out, they had some. You know, maybe before the craze and all that went. But
That hide up went pretty quick.
well, hide up is is anybody close?
No, they didn't even pick up on the hint that I typed out.
I'm not even going to scroll back. I'm not even going to find out. I hope he didn't get eaten by that alligator, though. Hey, let me just step outside and pee real quick, see how the weather's going. And now
you did give him a good clue. What are you doing there, Tim?
And now
They said no. Look at the answers; they're all like ass backwards and stuff. It's like
Matt says 17 years at FLW, no clue on the bass. And here's the thing, Matt, I don't have the answer either. The only two people that get the answers, and he won't give me the answers because
I won't give you the answers no more.
Yeah, Danny didn't get the answer. Only Kevin and I have the answers.
Because I give away hints because it gets irritating after a while that nobody gets close. I'm like, I got to help you brothers out. But I don't even know the answer to this. I don't even know the question until he asks it. So we'll keep going. But I'm real curious how this kid works his Koike because I think I guarantee you. Oh, okay. All right. He's back. He is back. Let's see here. Let's bring him back in. You crooked again. Turn that thing sideways.
Well,
there he
you are.
is. There
We'll
he
see
is.
if it's any better, guys. I'm so sorry. It is just raining cats and dogs out there.
Dude, no.
Hey, we've had this whole show just absolutely take a dump right in the middle of it due to a power outage. Don't worry about it.
Listen, this is not the podcast you need to worry about something screwing up on because I promise you we've done it 500 times already. So, but your buddy Chase Carey showed up in the comments. He was up there. He just said you was a really good dude, man. And that, he was one of the best people he knew like that. So I told them, all right, when you got back, because apparently nobody's going to get the answer.
There's a couple of them that are really dancing around it.
Okay. Well, you and I are going to continue our conversation. Let's go ahead and let's knock out the Koike. All right. Let's okay. Of the sizes, of the variations, what's your favorite all around size of the Koike that you like to use?
Full cat.
And real quick. Full cat, real quick. 39 bass, 17 FLW. Okay, that's not it, Matt. Sorry, I had the TikTok guy trying to win this thing. All right, so you like the full cast. Okay, here's the question everybody wants to know. How you rigging it, man?
So
get one and
there's a new way I found to rig it, and I guess I might as well tell everyone, give y'all some juice because everyone's got their own way of rigging it now. But so the main problem with rigging the Koike was you'll lose a lot of fish if you ain't careful. Like I love using the 1/0 Ryogi Pierce quad hook. You put the hook in there and then you take like a little piece of like black rubber or like a bobber stop or something, slide over the point. The problem is when you do that though, you're losing one of your points because you're not getting that much penetration on it. And it seems like every time when they bite it, it's at that point for some reason. I don't know why. It just seems that way.
Yeah.
So what I have found, I've taken like there's two things I do. I'll either take like an extra large screw lock, I'll screw lock it into the bait, and then that way I can put the treble hook like through the loop of the screw lock, and then I'm not sacrificing anything because then I don't need a rubber stopper to slide over the point because I'm not going to lose the bait because I got it through the rubber a little bit and through that screw lock. Like the bait ain't coming off and you're not sacrificing any hook points. or I'll take like some 40-pound tests, like wire, like you fishing for like some saltwater fish, like literally like 40-pound wire they use for leader. I'll run it like through the hole of the quickie, and then I'll run it back through, and then I'll like twist it at one end so it can't come through, and then I'll take the hook and I'll hook it in the top part of that wire, like barely just get a little bit of that quickie on there, and then that seems the best method I've used so far.
Okay. So when you're putting the hook through, okay, so you run it through and then you run it back. So on one end, you basically got
Like a
that,
loop.
and then on the other end is where it's tied. So you put the hook on this side, the loop.
That's right, the loop side.
So basically, almost like a wacky rig.
Correct. Except for it's got that cable, like that wire cable on there, like holding it down on there. You see what I'm saying? And you
No.
can, once you tighten it on the bottom side of the quickie with like some clines or pliers or
Yeah.
something, like it's on there so tight, like it's not coming off there.
So when you tighten it up, you got your hook through. When you're tightening it up, basically you are pulling that down super tight to the quickie.
Correct.
So it ain't like, you know, I mean, it is kind of like a wacky, but when you throw it, there's no chance of the hook because you got it tied and pinned down.
Correct.
All
You
right,
don't
guys.
have one in your boat that you can jerk out real quick and show us?
All I do,
Well, you want to
Okay.
I mean, like I'll show
Hell,
you. Let me see.
I'm one of those guys, I'd rather see it than you tell me.
he's probably like, damn, old man, the boat's out in the barn and we got a tornado going
But
overhead.
it can't be any worse than going and getting a bottle of water.
So Matt said, I give up on TikTok. Matt, eventually everybody does. Eventually everybody just says the hell with it. That's funny. Hey, look, Bryson, you never know what you're going to end up having to do here. But to me, again, we've had so many guys on here talking about a quickie. Every single one of them rig it different. Ain't nobody rigs it the same. There's always these variations. He's getting it all down, getting it all ready. You didn't know you was having to do a presentation.
Thank you, Bryson. I appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, listen, Bryson, he's old. He
I am.
he Papa gonna make you do something. I gotta see it.
He respects his elders. Thank you.
I know. Listen, well, I believe that's a shot at me, Tim.
Hmm.
Tim's like, huh?
I'm
That
in
ain't a
between y'all,
shot.
so I don't know.
What's that?
I
We
said
got
I'm in
one.
between the age.
We got one.
We've
We
lost.
do.
Oh, hold on a second.
Yeah,
We got a
Coleman.
winner. Who is
Coleman
it?
Jones.
Jesus Christ, Coleman, finally.
What is
I
it?
mean, really, dude? Finally?
20 years with BASS, 8 years with FLW. And I got that answer on the interview he did with us.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well, good. There you go, Coleman. Shoot me your address. I will send you 2 money save. I'm just glad that Kevin ain't getting it. So I'm glad it only took you like 8 hours.
I was going to donate it to somebody else.
Well, I know you. All right. So I think for a second too, and Bryson, I don't know if you can hear me. I think we lost your audio too. So say something. Oh, we can hear you. It's breaking up a little bit. You just continue to get all your stuff ready. All right. So Chase Carey says, hey, Bub, how many fish do you think you've caught on a quickie? We'll see. If hundreds, he says, if you could tell from his audio like that. So he's getting it ready. I just think this is an interesting way to do it. You're right. AI didn't get it right. Collins was using it. Listen, it depends too. I bet you on the AI. All right, I will, Coleman. Hey, Tim,
Yeah.
you're responsible for this because you know
Yeah.
me. Because if I wouldn't marry Amanda, my life would be a shambles, and you guys help me out with this as well. Here, bring them to the August tournament. If you forget them, feel free to give them to a viewer. And USPS don't even know where Coleman lives. So just these two right here remind me when this tournament comes up for John here in August. Danny, did you remember? And in that way, when you forget and I forget, I can blame you.
Yeah, that'll work.
Fair enough like that.
Yeah, what are we doing again? No.
Oh, no, these 2 money savers. I got to
bring them to Coleman at the August tournament.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we lost him again. Bless his heart. And you know what? Bless his, he feels bad too, but like he doesn't understand the shit show that this show normally is. He's thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm letting these guys down. And I'm like,
no, not at all.
like, dude, I'm impressed that you're getting what you're doing. Have I been throwing corkies on Hollis? No. Listen, I have not even thrown a single one yet. I have not thrown any kind of corky or urchin bait or anything yet. And the reason is I don't fish. I just talk about fishing. I live vicariously through you guys. But no, I actually I have a standing order in for some. When they show up, I'll fish it. Now, I have seen like Rob Robleski fish with him when we were up on Notley. And it was interesting because he was going after bedfish with them. A little bit different. Or those that were fixing to go on bed when they were really aggressive.
Yeah.
Let's see here. There we go. All right. Can you hear us, Bryson?
I can hear you. I'm just trying to figure out why it's so static.
Yeah, it is just on our side when you talk, it is. I don't know. I mean, it's probably your weather.
Probably storm interference with cell towers and stuff.
Yeah, it probably is. So it is what it is, dude. Like I said, while you were gone, we're normally a shit show. So do not worry about like, oh, I can't believe things are going like this. It's fine.
Well,
It'll come out.
watching them would be what we're looking for anyway.
But now he's cleared up. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you good.
See, there we go. We just had to let
Hey,
that.
we're
cell
back in
pass.
business.
We had to let that cell pass over.
It's literally like I can hear it thundering and lightning outside like every minute.
Hey, listen, it is okay, my man. Trust me. We have been in the middle of a show. There was one time where the guys were at the shop where we used to do it, and a car hit a telephone pole right in the middle, right before the show was getting going, and it knocked power out and everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes the computer at the shop used to go out, and we'd be fighting it for about 20 minutes and ended up just unplugging it and plugging it back up, and it worked. We have no clue as to why that is. So what he's doing, guys, if you guys just popping on and wondering, he's getting a Koike. He's going to show us how he rigs it. It's different than anybody has talked about. He's taking a wire. He's running it through the Koike. He's bending that wire back, almost like when you would do a Palomar knot. Some of you guys tie it that way. You run it in and you pull it back through. But anyway, so he's getting a loop on one side.
Yep.
And he's sticking it down through. He's putting a hook. So, well, I can't even do it right. So he's putting a hook and it's sitting over there like this. And then on the bottom, where the two wires come out of the Koike, he is taking a pair of pliers, whatever he decides to use, and he is twisting it. And when he twists it, it pulls that hook down tight on the Koike, and the material is just hard enough to where that hook is not going to come out. No, he's not tying an FG knot. He's not doing that.
Is he putting a weight on it though?
No.
So can y'all see what I have right here?
Okay, so we see the treble hook.
It's
So as you can see, there's a little wire loop right there. Can you see that when I pull up on it really hard?
Go to your left. Your other left. Yeah, I don't know which one. And I go down just a tad.
Perfect.
All right, now you're dead center. Pull up on that thing.
You see how there's a wire right there?
Yes, we can see the wire now.
So this right here is just steel cable like you use for saltwater fish.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I pull up on it really hard, you can see it, but it sucks into that bait like before I pulled up on it. And I run this wire through the bait and I twist it with pliers and then it just like tightens a hook down on it. I didn't do it too tight for the video purpose.
Right.
But then that hook, it sits in there like that there and it won't come off there. And then you have all 4 hook points exposed. So you're not losing any bite. You're not threading the bait. You're not threading the hook through the bait itself. This is the best way I found to rig these Koikes.
You attach any type of weight to it though, Bryson?
Yes, sir. Like I'll use like a 3/16 or an 1/8 ounce.
Where are you attaching it at?
I'll just put it right there in the little hole, the pre-made hole.
Okay. Okay, so that was what I was getting ready to ask. So you're not using the hole there. You're going through at the side, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first. I mean, we've seen guys do treble hooks, but he's the first one, at least on this show, to show it with the wire.
Right.
And let me show you this here, Bryson, because this is the way a lot of guys feel when you guys take the time to do this. I just appreciate him staying on and giving us a little insight. It helps for us small fishermen like myself.
Absolutely.
What did I tell you before? I said that's what we want out of you, is to help us regular guys. And I'll tell you what, So Farmer, he works at our local EMC too. He said, "Be quiet about cars hitting poles and all that." So yeah, I get it. I totally get it. He don't want to have to send out a crew tonight.
Now they'll probably run out of wire tomorrow.
But he said it was 40 pound, right?
Yep, 40 pound.
40 pound. And what brand hook do you use?
This is a 1/0 quad Ryugi hook.
Ryogi. Okay. All right. Now let me ask you. Okay, so do you use that setup the majority of the time?
I use 100% of the time.
Okay, so whether you're fishing it down, you're fishing like a jerk bait or whatever, that's the hook.
And when I use like a 17 millimeter quickie, I'll just use like a size 3 or size 2 quad. But on the full cast, it's a 1/0.
Where's it? Where are you tying the line to it at? Before you twist it?
No, it's on the hook.
Yeah.
And so the line ties to the top of the treble hook. The treble hook is pinned to the quickie by the wire.
I didn't see any line tied to it.
Oh no, he ain't got no
No,
line.
there's no
tied to it.
line.
Okay.
So
You just
There's
tie
the
the
eyelet
hook
of the
like
bait.
normal.
There's
Alright,
the
I see
eyelet of the
now.
bait. And then it's attached with that wire to the bait itself.
So actually, he's got the hooks in front of the quickie where all the other videos we're seeing are showing the hook on the back of the quickie.
Well, I
See,
guess
that's
Back
how
or
it,
the side or whatever.
yeah, I guess it depends on how it lands when he throws, because he could be pulling it towards him, and the other hooks would be on us. I get what you're saying, Kevin, on that.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, whole lot more percentage of hookup ratio because when they come up and grab it, the hook's already up front.
Yeah, it's
since I've
already
been
set.
You
doing
ain't gotta
this
roll
way, I
around.
haven't lost a fish on it yet.
Well,
I
hell,
can see
guess
that.
not.
Yeah.
All right, how'd you figure that out? Just out of curiosity, did you see somebody else do it? Or did you just noodle?
No, like I literally, y'all can't see it, but I got like a vise behind me and stuff. Like I can show you. Like I play with it all the time. Like I got a vise I've been messing my quickies on, and like see, I actually got a frog hook right there I've been playing with. I got like a little keeper I put on there and stuff like that to keep it on there a little bit better. I just tinker and mess with stuff all the time.
And you came up with a winner.
Yeah.
Came up with a winner. So let's I call that hook at the top. Yeah, I would say he's hooking it on the top. That would be fair to say like that.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's recap this. On a full, it's the full cast or whatever. You got a number 1/0 Ryugi quad.
Yes,
Ain't that
sir.
what you said? All right. You got 40 pound steel wire, leader wire, salt water.
Correct.
Run it. Okay, you run it through right before you get to where you start tightening it up, and right before you get really tight, that's when you put your hook through, and then you continue to tighten it on the bottom till it
You
pulls
just
it down
keep
a little bit.
twisting it with your pliers. You just keep on twisting at the bottom.
Okay, here's my
And it's gonna
question.
cinch down on there.
All right, here's my question. You probably cut the bottom a little bit. Do you cut it flush or do you bend it back up so that if it does get a really big fish or starts trying to pull through, it's almost like another bait keeper?
Oh, I bend it back up like another bait keeper.
Okay,
It
that's
don't ever come off. I've caught 50 fish on one bait. Like this quickie right here. This one, I took everything out of it the other day because I've been messing with this, like the one I just messed with now. I've caught like 50 fish on this quickie that way, and I have not lost it yet. It's missing 2 of its tentacles, but I haven't lost a fish and I haven't lost the bait yet.
okay. So when you rig it correctly, he just said he's caught 50 fish on one quickie. If you break that down in cost, a lot of people fuss about the price of a quickie, but if you break it down like that, if you're getting that many fish off
It's
of
not
one,
a
and
bad investment then.
it's not tearing up. It's not tearing up. Now, let me ask you this. I know you said you use the hide up quickie the majority of the time, but you do own a few others. Are the others as stiff, reliable, durable, whatever term you want to use as the hide up?
So this is a Hags right here.
Yeah.
The Hags is just as durable. I mean, you can see, you can pull this thing. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not breaking. And it's a great bait. I just don't got as much confidence in this bait as the quickie. I've caught a
Okay.
bunch of fish on this too, though, but I don't, when it comes to tournament, I'm throwing the quickie.
Okay. All right. So let's take a couple of scenarios. Let's say because we were talking to you earlier about how you like to fish. So let's say you're starting off a tournament, you're looking shallow, but you're going to throw a quickie. How are you working it?
So, like, when we was up at Norman, day 2 I weighed in every fish on a quickie. Day 1 I weighed them all in on a glide bait, but I was skipping that things under dock just like I would a jig or a chatterbait, and I didn't tell anyone that at the time because I thought I found something a little sneaky. But then the pros exposed that the following week when they was at Santee catching them under the docks. I said, well, there went that. But
Right.
if I'm seeing cruisers down the bank, I'm casting it, and honestly, that bait is just as effective blind casting with it as using it with live scope. Like if I was in a team tournament and I was fishing out the back of the boat, I could be blinding that I could be blind cast that thing down shoreline cover, and I can still be catching them on it better than any other bait in my box right now.
That's okay. That's high praise. Now, I know you put it up, but for our viewers on TikTok, they want to know, could you show how the wire goes through the bait again? Now, he didn't show that part. So basically, just kind of hold it back up and describe it. So he pushes it down through both sides of it. So he really didn't show that part. But if you're looking right now, right there at the top, you can see with the bend in the wire. So 40-pound, back it up just a smidge. Yeah, it comes back into focus right there. So he's taking 40-pound saltwater leader, bending it, but he's running both pieces down through.
And then I'm twisting on the bottom side.
Mm-hmm. That's a hell of a tip, kid. And then
And
right
they
before,
don't come off, like I said, for the purpose of the video, I left it exposed there, that top piece, so y'all can see it. But I'll get it so tight where it's down in the bait some, and then I'll grab just a little bit of that quickie on there, and that thing won't come off there.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're going to get the wire down in before you put the hook on.
Yes, I don't
Okay.
even want to see the wire.
Okay, so I was under the impression that when you were tightening it up, it pulled it down in there. So I get what you're saying now. You bury it down in there, you turn your bottom up so it's like a bait keeper, stick it back up in there, and then you take your hook through it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. Now, they call me Collins, and listen, he's not the only one. What's he doing wrong with the quickie because he's only had one hit it? What are some of the common mistakes you find guys doing when they're trying to throw a quickie?
So me and my buddy Ty Jackson, we go out to Beanville Plantations a lot. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that.
I have.
We
What?
fish out there all the time. He's got a membership, and it's a really good live scope lake, deep, clear, and there's 7, 8, 9 pounders like all in there. Like you'll catch 35 to 40 pounds, no problem anytime you go out there. But what I notice, what he does wrong a lot of times, when he sees a big one on it, he'll throw out there, and when the fish is coming up to it, like he starts slowing the bait down. And I'm like, you got to work it faster. Like, keep snapping it. Don't ever stop that bait. If you ever stop it, he's going to come up behind it, look at it, and he's going to turn around and swim the other way. Like, I keep a steady motion, and then when he gets up on it, I keep getting it faster and faster. I mean, it also depends on like the fish's demeanor. Like if it's a slow moving big blob, like I'll fish a little bit slower. But if he's jetting up for it like a spotted bass or something, like you better be ripping that thing. You can't rip that bait too hard. Like the faster you can rip it, the better off you're gonna be.
You know what that sounds like, guys? Kevin Underwood, when he was talking to us about a fluke,
Mm-hmm.
when he's throwing a fluke on a ball head jig or something like that, letting it sink. And when he sees on his, forward face in one turn, he's mimicking a blueback heron. And he goes, blueback heron don't go slow so they can get eaten. They take off. And sometimes it's that speed, that initial, holy crap, that bass, it triggers something in that bass's head to say, oh, he's getting away. I got to go get it.
There's nothing in the food chain that's gonna slow down and let them eat them.
See, you're exactly right. And you know what? That's so again, you're working it. You can work it so many different ways, but you can very much work it like a number of baits. You see what I'm saying? You can work it like a jerk bait. You can work it like, sinking on, minnow. We lost him again. He'll be back. Probably got a cloud went over. Let's see what guys are saying here. No, we're doing the drawing Tuesday night, Clayton. Tuesday night. Let's see. I try to split it up because we give away stuff with Kevin on Thursdays and so Tuesday. So that's what I'm doing at. Let me pull him back in here. Would you get you a big thunder boomer real quick?
I did it like completely. It said lost connection.
Yeah, that's okay. We kind of figured as much right there. Dylan, okay, let me hit Dylan real quick and then I'll get back to those other questions. Do you remember that time you closed down the tiki bar at Okeechobee Bub?
Oh my gosh, that was a experience right
tell.
there.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
in Clewiston.
Okay, so let's hear it.
So there was like this Cuban guy there, and
Listen, hold on a second. You know the story is going to be good when it starts off. There was this Cuban guy. Continue.
it was me, Dylan. It was me, Dylan, Tanner Haddon, and Caleb Hudson,
Oh, what a combination right there.
and we was all there. And this guy, like the Cuban guy, he was like our waitress. Like he was even like he was drinking on the job. Like he'd gotten like so drunk, he didn't even know what he was doing. So like he started like checking everybody's ID and stuff like that. And this guy like wouldn't give us back none of our IDs. Like he was just like he took them from us and like refused to give them back. And he was our own waitress.
I,
And go ahead.
I assume you got him back.
Oh, we got him back finally, but I had to get a little huffy with the guy. I'm like, look here, Bob, that's my license, and I'm gonna have to get it back.
Well, how long did it take?
Oh, 15 minutes of negotiating with him.
You had to negotiate with your waiter to get your license back. Well, you know what a license brings on the black market these days. Tim, you're a cop.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can go places with that.
Well, I'm glad you got your license back. Now, where was Okeechobee?
Okeechobee at a tiki bar.
At a tiki bar. When we get Caleb Hudson back on, I'm gonna have to ask him about that.
Please do.
I will, absolutely. Wonk says, does a twist lock not work well? I guess he's talking about on that Koike.
A twist lock nut.
I guess
So a spring.
a
Yeah,
spring.
they're talking about the little
Oh, yeah,
springs,
so
like
that's
some
why
front
I
of
said
the
Koike.
frog hooks sometimes, or the bait hooks.
So that's why I was gonna show y'all. Let's see if I have one here.
So this kid, it depends on how it goes with Mrs. Bigfoot. He's gotten in a fight with a Cuban waiter to get his license back.
So
And
this
I
right
love
here is
it.
a Berkeley Meba.
Uh-huh.
And there's a screw lock in this here, and it's kind of the same principle as the other one. I mean, I just thread that screw lock in there as deep as I can go, and then I run it through, and this is another great alternative right there. You got all 4 hook points exposing.
Well, let me ask you this though. Which do you find? I mean, do you find the 2 wires a lot better in case you get a big fish?
Yes, this will pull out of there eventually. Like
Okay, yeah.
it will pull out.
So those Berkeleys, how tough are they?
They're not tough at all. Sorry, Berkeley, but I'm not sponsored by them and stuff like that. They're not
No,
tough. Like
I
they
li-
will come off.
I appreciate your honesty. I mean, that's just something they got to work on. But do you think the scent, the max scent, and all that? Do you think it makes a difference, or scents in general?
Oh, absolutely. Like if I'm
Yes.
smallmouth fishing or something like that,
Kevin Hush. He's a scent guy. He likes his scent.
I'm a scent guy. Like for smallmouth or something, I think that Berkeley mead would be better than all of them.
Hmm.
And especially if I'm bed fishing for largemouth bass and stuff like that, like I will like soak it in whatever scent I can find.
Okay, what's your favorite scent? Let's see how cool he is right here, Kevin.
Probably the Bang by Bass Assassin. But it's easy. It's so easy, man. You just spray it on there and you're good.
Like you just made that man's night. All right,
Yes,
you
you
like
did.
scent? All right, well, hold on a second. What flavor, Bang?
I like the combo, the crawfish slash shad formula.
Yep.
You know what it is, Kevin? It's because y'all from Florida.
It's a Florida thing.
It's a
It
Florida
is.
thing. It's a Florida thing. Tim, what do you think about that?
About cents?
Yeah, I think you and I are kind of close on the same page, ain't we?
Yeah, I've never used them a lot, but
Yeah.
I mean, I have used them, and I hadn't really noticed a big difference. But
Yeah.
I mean, to each his own. I don't knock it if it's working. Sling it.
I will
Oh.
say this. I think those max scent hit worms and stuff, it seems to me like when they bite it, they get it. So I don't know if that's the max scent or
Yeah, I
whatever,
think
but
maybe it makes them hold on longer.
they don't let go of that thing for sure. Okay, so here we go. How about this question, young man? What is the sink rate of this bait, and what is the lightest and heaviest weight you can get away with?
The heaviest I'm gonna throw is an 1/8. The lightest is probably a 16th. I keep it real simple. I throw a 16th or an 1/8. You know, the 1/8, it will sink a little too fast sometimes. But if I'm like for instance, I was up at Eufaula, I was throwing an 1/8, and this is what's great about having a good group like Dylan and Chase and Brooks. and Damien too, they was all throwing the lighter weight, like the 16th, and I kept having a lot of followers not commit because the key to that quickie, you don't want it like when it's here, you don't want it falling below the fish and they're going down. You want it to almost suspend in front of their face, just like a jerk bait, you know. So with that 16th, like it's just ever so slowly, I mean, just falling like this here. And so I'll keep a 16th for that type of stuff. And then eighth, if I'm in like 15, 20 foot, I'll throw that eighth on there.
Tell me the reaction difference you've noticed between largemouth, spotted bass, and smallmouth when it comes in relation to the quickie.
So I can tell you, largemouth is definitely the slowest acting one, especially them great big ones. A lot of times you'll just see like on live scope and stuff that slow tail wag coming up behind it. You know that's a 6+ every single time. A lot of them big ones just slowly come up and just engulf it. Spotted bass and smallmouth though, like they're like a dart, man. Both of them will freaking like jet up after it so quick. Especially the spotted bass, there ain't nothing faster than them though. They're like a bullet.
Right.
Yeah, that's for sure. Matt on TikTok. Yeah, what he does is he's still working on. I mean, you've created some thought in some people tonight. So when that wire comes down, and he starts. What he told me, he starts twisting it back up. He gets everything tight and everything. Then he cuts it, but he leaves a little piece to push back up in. So it's almost like another bait keeper on the bottom right there.
I'll try to redo it for him. I'm kind of out of cable, but I'll show. This is like this is probably too big, but this is just like. Can y'all see this? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
This is just off the Berkeley Meba container, but like for instance, I'll use this bait again. I'll see if I can get through there. Can y'all see this? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we can.
So I'll take this and I'll insert it through.
Not the hole that they get. Just it.
Not the hole, because then they'll come off easier like that.
Yep. Yep.
I'll run it through just like this. And then I'll take the other end and I'll make like a loop with it. This wire's a lot thicker
Yeah.
and more stout, but
You might have to get the pliers out for that one.
I'll show you.
While you're doing that, are you worried about the waves at Erie?
Oh, I'm worried about them because I about died at Saginaw Bay one time.
Do you get seasick?
Not seasick, but they just scary, man.
More anxiety than anything.
No, listen, I get it. And Matt, don't worry about it. This is what this show is for. He goes, sorry, I've been trying to rig this thing for 2 weeks. So if this helps you, hey, that's what we're here for. That's
It's gonna help.
That's the whole purpose of this show.
I'm just out of that steel wire I used on the last one, so I'm trying to make this Berkeley Meba while I work, but it's pretty stout.
Yeah, and Farmer, you're right. So he makes kind of like a J bend and pushes it back up into the bait. And that J bend, his J bend side is long enough to penetrate all the way back through it. So then you got 2 pieces on the bottom side of the bait, and that's when he starts twisting it up. Like when I tie a jig, God, I got to get you some jigs. That just reminded me that when I tie a jig and I'm cranking it down, you didn't have to pull that ring tighter, and that's exactly what he's doing.
So can y'all see this thing's all messed up? This is the best I can get this daggone wire on there.
Right.
But again, I run it through, and then on this end, I'll take the pliers and I'll just start twisting this thing.
Yeah, as if that one side is sticking out in a normal with regular wire, that would be through it.
While I'm keeping the hook like that. So then I'm tightening it down on the bottom side like this right here, and I'm tightening it. And the more I'm tightening it, the more it's cinching down into that bait. You see what I'm saying now?
Yep.
I know it's hard to explain.
No. You're making perfect sense with it.
But
Absolutely.
I wish I don't got no thinner wire here.
And I tell you what, Matt, if you want to hit me up, shoot me a message. Like, shoot me a message either on TikTok or on Facebook, Danny Pruitt, whichever one, and give me your email, and I'll have him draw them or something like. We'll figure it out for you.
I'll literally
Look,
send
I've
you
been
a video
coloring. I don't
tomorrow.
know if they probably can't see it.
You can there.
It's making a loop.
Yep, that's right.
No, the bait is going through the center of the loop.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Hold on.
Pierce it back through.
Wait a second, Tim. I should have been doing this the whole time. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, make sure it's focused.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, you push it through, bring it back through like you're going to tie a Palomar knot, and then down here at the bottom, you twist this stuff.
Yes.
Now, there's going to be a little bit at the top and a little bit at the bottom. You're twisting this, and your little tag ends can be bent up to hold it, but you put the hook through right here, and then crank it on down into the bait, and then
And
put your or crank it on down into the bait and put your hook through it.
That's juice right there.
Yeah.
Can't-
that-
Can't you bend that wire to begin with and run both of them through at the same time?
You can. It
Probably
really don't
depending on
matter
how
how
strong
you
it
run through
is.
there.
do me a favor real quick. Now that I figured out I can bring you up big and keep us small, that one that you had it already rigged, hold that back up to the camera if you don't mind. So the wire goes through, it actually goes through once and then back up through kind of.
Yep. And then all you're left with is that little loop right there. Let me see if I can get it against my hand where you can see it. Like, can
Yeah.
y'all see that little loop right there?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's the bend. And on the other side where his hand on the bottom is, that's where you twist it and cinch it down.
Correct. And then you're just left with this right here, which again, I left that loops for the camera to see. You normally don't want to see that though. You want that to be in the bait. And then you left with it just like this.
Yeah, Jeff Brazil, you're correct. Or you can do your bend at top if you got thin enough wire and push them both down at the same time and get the
can.
same effect.
And the hookup ratio is like 100% on this. You won't hardly ever lose a fish this way because before you're sacrificing one of the hook points by like bogging it into the bait like this here. Like, see, when you bog it into the bait, you don't got no bite on this hook right here.
Right.
There's no bite right there. They're just a little bit. And it seems like they always get that one because the weight is falling like this because there's more weight on this side than this side. So it's falling like this. And when the fish comes up and gets it, it seemed like it was used to always be this hook point that gets them.
Kid,
Makes
that
sense.
is no, it makes sense. And that's an absolutely fantastic way of describing it.
It's
And
probably the best way I've seen yet.
Absolutely.
Don't tell no one about that.
well,
Yeah, we'll keep that
just
right here.
Oops.
You guys at home, no
yeah.
talkie.
Yeah, that is Bite Club. All right, that's Bite
Yeah,
Club.
it's Bite Club juice.
Well, the guy in Manila is probably telling all his buddies.
Oh yeah, I guess he is. Okay, all of California is going to know if Robert goes back and finishes this. George, what's up, George Thornton? He goes, I understand on the Berkeley Meba, whatever the hell they call it, you don't have to add any weight. Is it heavy enough to sink on its own?
Yes.
Okay,
It is heavier.
I haven't thrown it at all. Let's see here. All right, now Jeff, this is why I bring these young guys on. They figure out everything. And, so I agree. Listen, Bryson, that's a hell of a clinic you just put on for that thing. Matt says on TikTok his lips are sealed. Yeah, good. Absolutely. But,
yeah, we're just keeping this amongst us tonight.
But I will tell you what, I promise you, I'll get more comments and questions and messengers like, dude, I can't believe he showed that. That was so awesome and all that. So I promise you did a very good thing for our viewers tonight. And I appreciate it. We got a few more minutes before we got to let you go. Farmer says he likes that way better than the frog hook trick, which is the thing what Tom Mann was doing, right? Was that Mann that was using that?
Mann was using the belly
weighted hook. That's right. And I've seen others do the frog thing as well. So real quick, before we let you go, let's kind of talk your next tournament, St. Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't even talk smallmouth and none of like that. We did an hour and a half on a corky, which is 100% worth it.
Hot topic.
Yeah. So going into that, basically, if you just have a very decent finish, you're going to qualify for the EQs.
The only way I wouldn't qualify is if I finished almost dead last because I do got a large points gap where I'm at to the end. So if I finish like 180th or something like that, I won't qualify. But I mean, anywhere mid-pack, even below mid-pack, I'm still going to be in.
Yeah. Real quick, Randy Callahan says, good luck finding those trebles. I guess, but yeah, Tackle Warehouse is probably selling out of the things right now as we speak.
You can't find them.
Yeah.
Those quads.
Okay, let me ask you, is there an alternative if you can't find that one?
Not really. I mean, if you want if you're a tournament angler and you want to land all your fish, that's by far the best option. There's no alternative. There is another quad hook, but it don't got the swiveling eye on there. And I thought that swiveling eye definitely put some more fish in the box for you.
Okay,
Definitely.
absolutely. But a lot of guys are saying that, like Jeff and Mike, both Mike, Jeff goes, that rigging technique is outstanding. Thanks for sharing. Geiger says, excellent training session. And Wonk, hey, listen, for sure. He said, I have great hookups on the twist lock as well. Haven't lost a quickie yet. And that's good. If it works for you and you got confidence, by all means, keep going. Tell Dylan to take me fishing down there with y'all. CA.
What's he got?
Can y'all see this right here?
Hold on a second. I'm going to pull you up big again. There you go. I can see
So
it now.
this right here is just a standard 3/0 flipping hook.
Mhm.
I actually added 4 keepers on it though, like two on each side. So there's 4 of them. It looks kind of weird, but then I took a bunch of thread, and I will use this style too, and I'll run it through like this. This way is a lot more weedless, and then I'll run it up on the keepers.
We're all waited with your anticipation. But you guys are right. A lot of you guys are like, you're loving it. Colin says, I'm glad I stayed up for this one. Yeah, it's late for you, dude. You're normally in bed by the time the show starts. So I'm glad you stayed up too. Randy says that one's been sold out. And then Carson says Tackle Barn has some of them. So they check it out so you can find them for sure. I mean, while he's doing it, guys, like I wouldn't have thought nothing like that rigging technique. But I guarantee you when I do get my quickies in, that's going to be the way I do them.
So this right here is just a standard flipping hook, and this is a great way too. If you don't put them barbs and them keepers on there though, this bait is gonna slide down into the bite of that hook there, and you'll lose every single one of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, and you tied them on with thread yourself.
With my vise.
Yeah, I see that. And so that there you can see with the tie-in and all that. So that's pretty cool.
What kind of keeper was it that you tied on there with? Was it something you made?
Yeah, I just literally like the little metal things the quickies come on. I just cut them up and I bend them and use them to make my keeper. And then I'll
Okay.
take thread, wrap it around, and super glue it.
Yep.
So he's resourceful as well. He's using the entire package.
I mean,
man.
I'll see it right there. I mean, it looks all weird, and it is. It's beat up from all the fish I've caught on it, but that's it right there.
And you see how he staggers them too.
Everybody's going to sell out of those vices tomorrow.
Yeah, like get you a fly tying vice, guys. But you know what? That's cool because the kid's influencing them to try something new and all that. Excellent. Guys are loving that. So that's fantastic. All right, so just a decent finish. You're fishing the EQs, and in your mind, you're a young kid, and anybody younger than me, I call kid, but you're still a young man. What goes through your mind thinking, all right, I'm one step away from my ultimate goal of being a Bassmaster Elite? How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great. I mean, I'm second overall in points right now, 5 points away from winning Angler of the Year. And it would just be a dream of mine that comes true. I mean, I want to come true so bad. I've put my whole life towards this. And now that I'm only 5 points away from the AOY, which I still got to do it in the EQs, which it kind of sucks a points reset, but that's just how it is. But man, I'm gonna give it everything I have for sure, man. I just want to win that title, that AOY title, because that's something right there not a lot of people's been able to do, and the competition is so stout. I mean, you got to catch them every single tournament to compete in today's world because of live scope. You just there's no margin for error.
What is it? Is it the top 10 in I mean, how many in the EQs? What do you got to be to
Top
qualify?
10.
Top
Top
10 in
10.
the EQs, and you qualify. Hey, our buddy from California is still on here. There you go. He says you can use picture hanging wire for the keepers. Yes, you actually can. I know exactly what you're talking about. I think Dylan is giving you a baited question here. Who's your favorite person to travel with, bub?
I love the whole group, man. I mean, Dylan's one of my best friends, but I let a little backstory on Dylan real quick. I'll
Oh
just
yeah.
say this. Since DS didn't ask this question yet, he was gonna ask it. So Dylan, again, he's one of my best friends. He's helped me out a lot and stuff like that. But I had to have a little talk with Mr. Dylan because when we was up at Eufaula, the whole group shares a lot of information with each other. We're 100% honest, transparent. Well, so Dylan was like catching them in practice. Like I wasn't catching a whole lot. He was wearing them out. And every time I start catching the fish, he's like, what was the water temp? What was the depth? What part of the lake? This, it, which is fine. That's cool. I'd ask the same things. So, on Eufaula, one side's Georgia side, one side's Alabama. So Dylan's like wearing them out, like, hey man, what side of the lake you're on? He's like, well, I don't really know. I'm like, bro, are you serious? I said, we've been doing all this together and you can't tell me which side of the lake it's on?
Hey, I get it. No, listen, 100%. Dylan, that's a strike against you, dude. We got to hold
That's
that
a
against you.
strike, Bob. That's a
That is.
strike,
That's
Bob.
a strike, bub. I like how you call yourself bub and all that. But you know what's really cool is that now that you're on, like I root for that group, and now you're part of that group, and we just have one more person to root for. So that is absolutely pretty cool. I have no idea anyone use koosh balls as a stand-in. I have no idea, Philip, what the hell a koosh ball is.
It's a koosh ball.
Yes, I'll go ask my wife. You ain't koosh balls? But anyway, listen. All right, so you're this close. You're this close. And now again, just another great young name that we get to pay attention to. And like I wish all of you guys would make it and get to fish the elites together. That would just be like, it'd be sensory overload for me. Um, right up in there with Emil and Paul and all these other great anglers, and we got some coming behind you. But you've been on about an hour and 50, so I'm gonna let you go. But I want to say a couple things. I think I speak on behalf of Kevin and Tim. First of all, you did really good for your first time on this show. You survived it. So kudos to you on that. You were very well spoken. You do a fantastic job. And once you make the elites, and you got to believe that you will, keep doing that, but also keep doing what you did today and helping people. Because once you get to that upper level, a lot of those guys, they don't quite spend as much time with the common guy as they do when they're at your level right now. You get what I'm saying? Take the time. Don't ever change. Take the time to show a kid or somebody at a tournament somewhere like those little tips like you did tonight. Because that to me, that's the best thing in the world.
Don't forget where you came from.
Yeah, just to watch you being willing to share something that because we got guys on TikTok and we got guys on YouTube and Facebook. They're going to be taking these damn koikis, and now they're going to be like trying to rig it like this kid. And they're going to go back and watch this thing and all that. But the simple fact that you said, you know what? Yeah, let me show you. That speaks volumes to me. And so I want to say thank you very much on behalf of everybody for just doing that, because a lot of guys, we have to squeeze them. You know what I'm saying? We got to squeeze them. So I think
it means a lot, man. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all having me on the show and stuff like that. I'm sorry we had some weather problems earlier. Hopefully, I'm not staticky no more.
No, you're great.
It's
But
been
man,
good for a
like I
while.
said, it was like I felt so bad. It was going off and on. Like my Wi-Fi in here is good and everything. It's finally quit. But like it literally, as soon as we started, an absolute monsoon. But I
It's
always try to
okay.
help people out also as much as I can, because there's been a lot of people help me out and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
whenever I can give back a little something, I like to do it.
Well, listen, don't change. Don't change. And again, I want you to come back on. Once we create a relationship, I'm gonna pester you to come back on and all that. But I definitely don't want you to ever change. And again, next time, do not worry. Like, oh guys, it's the live well. We're the shit show. So it's okay with your static and your thunderstorms and all that. So and let me just here's this Jeff Brazil. And like I said, Jeff was on that. So many guys would never share that rigging tip. I appreciate you putting that out there. And I promise you, kid, I'm gonna get more complimentary comments from the guys after this show about you. And that means a lot, because our show is geared to the average everyday dude, just like us.
And if you guys share that, that's the Osteen rig.
There you go.
We're gonna coin it right now.
Yeah, let's do that. That's
the Osteen rig.
Yeah, okay, Osteen rig. I like it. But listen,
put a patent on it.
Yeah, put a patent on it for sure. Listen, Bryson, seriously, thank you very much for coming on. And good luck in everything. We're gonna be watching you. And I hope we didn't scare you enough and you'll come back on again.
No, absolutely. I love to come on whenever y'all have me.
Absolutely. Well, listen, you always got an open invitation. If you ain't got nothing to do, shoot me a text and say, hey, dude, what are you doing Thursday night? Jump on. Anytime you want, you're welcome. And again, you guys that watched the show tonight, TikTok, all this, listen, you guys did a fantastic job. I hope you learned something from this young kid tonight. And I hope you repay the favor by going and watching and supporting these young guys that come on our show. Give them a follow when they have their social media or whatever they put out. Give them a like. Help them do their job with their sponsors and everything. That's how you can repay him back for tips like this and everything. So, I'm not lying. That's how. Listen,
That's true.
you need that draw, man. You need that draw. So with that, we're gonna let everybody go. Hey, listen, if you're fishing this weekend, first of all, as always, be careful. All right, make sure you got your PFDs. Everything's in order. It's gonna be hot as hell. Make sure you hydrate. All that good stuff. But be careful because we want to see you next week. I don't want to read about you. So go enjoy your weekend and everything. We're going to let you go. Kevin, Father Time, appreciate you guys as always. And Wonk, he said, I learned a lot. Me too, buddy. Me too. It was a very good show. So with that,